Today I will show how to do a levitation photography using your mobile phones or your cameras. So let's start. Hey guys, it's Nemanja and welcome to another fun photography tutorial. In the last few episodes you learned how to make a proper exposure, how to compose your photos and how to use a histogram. So today we will do something more practical. We will create levitation type photography. So we are here in a forest, and for this kind of photography you will need several props. You will need a tripod, either for your mobile phones or for your cameras. You will need a friend or a model who will pose for you, and some other props if you want to put it in the frame. So the procedure goes like this. You need to put your camera on a tripod or your mobile phone on a tripod, depends with what you want to shoot, it's completely the same. And you need to have something like we have a ladder here or a chair or whatever you want. And you need to take two photos. So one photo is with the model doing something on the ladders, chair, etc. So we will have some umbrella for the shot that we want to create. And you need to take another photo, just empty background, so you can later really easily remove the ladders in this case, or chair, or whatever you want to do. And you are free to choose any pose for your model that you or the model likes. After you find the proper spot for shooting and mount your camera on a tripod, find all the angles, choose the composition, etc., you need to lock the focus. So you need to pre-focus on the model and then lock the focus, and don't change the exposure or anything, because you will need the same focal length and the exposure to shoot the model and then to shoot the empty background. So let's do it. Of course, you can do everything with a mobile phone. If you don't have a camera and big tripod, etc., you just need a smaller tripod, whatever tripod you can find, and the camera. Just mount the camera on the tripod, and again, find a proper composition. And one bonus tip is to use the headphones. So for the mobile phones, just plug in the headphones and you can just take shots by pressing the volume button up and down. And that's because you don't want to risk to move your phone and then your background and the model later in Photoshop will not match perfectly. You need to have everything exactly from the same spot. So that's another pro tip. And another pro tip, if you have an app in the phone that you can lock the focus and exposure, do that too. And another tip is to use a little bit faster shutter speed, because your model will move a little bit here and there, and you want to make sure that you take really nice and sharp pictures. Right guys, now we need to remove all the props from the background and we need to take an empty background shot for later compositing. So, thank you. Right guys, and that's it for the forest part, for the photography part. Now we need to go to the studio and to combine everything together. So let's do it.
Right guys, we're back in studio and now I'll show you how easy it is to combine those two photos together in Photoshop. Of course, first you need to transfer your photos to computer, choose the background and photo you want to put on it, and that's it. So let's go into Photoshop, and this is the photo that I want to use just for this example, and this is our empty background. So guys, basically you can choose even better and more interesting environment than forest. I did a forest for this tutorial just because there I have a little bit more privacy, and it was a little bit more quiet than to go to the city and choose a little bit better and interesting location. So it is how it is. This is just for this example, and then after this you will know how to do it. You can do it wherever you want. It's really hard to go with all recording equipment, etc., to the place where a lot of people. So thank you for understanding. All right, let's go back. So only thing that you need to do is to put two photos, two layers, one at the top of another, and in case you just a little bit moved your camera, etc., you need to go to edit and then here to align. Oh, you need to select both layers, sorry. Then go to edit, align layers, and just say auto and press OK and wait for Photoshop to try to align it. But here is really okay. Now you need to create the layer mask and use a brush. I like a little bit harder brush, like 90 or so %. Make a brush a little bit bigger, it's too big, and just go and paint out the things that you don't like to be in a photo. So it's easy like that. Sometimes when you have leaves, etc., and there is a wind, then you will have some mismatching there, but here is pretty much okay. And as you can see, it's really easy. I could maybe take a photo of down parts of the shoe, but for this example, this is okay. And that's it, guys. We're done. So he's now levitating or flying with the umbrella, etc. So it's like this. So no effort at all, almost. Now you can color grade this, do whatever you want with this, and create your final image, put it online, and enjoy. This is my final version. I just color grade this image a little bit, and I transfer some colors from summer scene to autumn scene, and actually I have a tutorial on that topic. You can find a link right here. In case you have some other scene, beach, city scene, or whatever, of course you will color grade in different ways. Right, guys, that's it for this episode. I really hope that you like it and that you learn something new and useful. And now it's up to you to be creative, to go and create any kind of levitation photos, even with your mobile phone. And I would love to see some results that you will create. So if you create something interesting, put it on Instagram, tag me, and I will be happy to see what did you came up with. Right, guys, if you like this episode, if you appreciate the content, press that like button down below, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, of course. Have fun, experiment, and see you in my next fun episode. Bye bye.